And welcome back to Newsmax Now with this J.D. Hayworth. And of course, the debate is probably going to be somewhat important tonight. But what's even more important is the analysis that comes afterward.
Right.
And J.D. will have our live analysis immediately following the debate tonight. And J.D., we heard from Mitt Romney earlier today. I just want to ask you a conspiracy theory, perhaps. If Mitt Romney was firing the opening shot in a coordinated attack that is also going to be executed by Marco Rubio and John Kasich on the debate stage tonight.
Don't think it's quite a conspiracy, John. I do think that you will see candidates try to use this to their advantage, to use the Romney theme as really the launching pad of their attacks tonight. Let me offer, however, a contrarian view about that, because when Romney spoke today at the University of Utah, the vibe I got was that Donald Trump is very fortunate in the parade of those who oppose him. You had the Pope a couple of weeks ago. Last week it was former Mexican President Vicente Fox. And today Mitt Romney, who used blistering rhetoric against Donald Trump that he never dreamed of using against Barack Obama.
Right. You think back to that last debate before the election in October of 2012, Mitt Romney kind of tiptoed around the whole Benghazi issue, and, that may have cost him the election back then. Do you expect to see Marco Rubio try some of these, sophomoric attacks like we saw the last time around?
Well, this has been Marco Rubio, and as he launches these attacks, they hurt him. He does appear incredibly sophomoric, in stark contrast to Trump, who you expect this as part of his persona. It's kind of like that New York state of mind,
right,
and Trump's branding. So it doesn't hurt Trump, but boy, it really hurts Marco Rubio.
Yeah, the expression, as a fellow Southerner, when you roll around in the mud with a pig, you get dirty and the pig enjoys it, right? Isn't that a way to describe what Marco Rubio did with Donald Trump?
Well, that was used by Bob Dole, and ironically, that's what John McCain tried to use against me in a debate.
I did not know.
He used that in our second debate. It did not work for him. It generated a bit of a controversy, but obviously I'm on television and he's in the Senate, so he got away with it. But
Your
I think your
approval
point
rating
is
is
well
probably
taken.
higher, though, the members in Congress.
I would think so, yeah.
We should be
and that's a larger point, too, not to personalize this, but members of Congress, members of the Republican establishment, are really held in not exactly high esteem by the Republican base. And I think that the Romney attack only intensifies that notion of being at least ill at ease. That may be putting it mildly. People are tired of Washington politicians and establishment guys telling them how they should think. And that is the key to Trump's success. And I don't see that changing even after the Romney attack, nor tonight's debate.
When you think about Mitt Romney, he failed to prevent a second term for Barack Obama. You think about the Republican Congress from 2014, the leadership, even though there's been a change, they've failed to prevent our taxes from going up. They failed to prevent a lot of the spending, the deficit and debt from increasing. So people want results.
More on this tonight, Newsmax Prime at 8 o'clock Eastern, and of course our post-debate coverage, which will come up at 11 Eastern.
All right, time now for headlines and punchlines. Enjoy.
Of course, yesterday was Super Tuesday, and it looks like it's going to come down to Donald Trump versus Hillary Clinton for the presidency. Even Alien and Predator are like, this is too scary to watch.
The Supreme Court had a power outage during one of its cases yesterday, and justices reportedly continued to ask questions in the dark. Questions like, whose hand is that? And, well, then whose hand is that?
A top official in Saudi Arabia said today that a Trump presidency would, quote, set the world back centuries. Yeah. The Saudi added, which is why Trump has our full support, basically. Yeah. That's the kind of guy they can get behind.
But Secretary Clinton had a massive sweep of everything else. Low turnout meant rough night for Sanders. Evidently, a lot of people who were feeling the burn got cooled down by some Preparation H.
There's just so much out there for these guys to choose from. We got much more to come. Stay tuned to Newsmax TV tonight. As we mentioned, J.D. Hayworth will be holding down the fort for us, our live post-election, or debate coverage, rather. You won't want to miss that, starting at 11 p.m. Eastern Time. Make sure you tune in.